2022 has barely started and is already looking to be the biggest year in Ashes of Creation's development. Intrepid is upgrading Ashes from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal 5. This is a huge change that will impact the development in many ways, most of them very positive. The first is graphics. The footage playing in the background is in-game footage on the new engine. Compared to the graphics back in Alpha 1 on UE4, there is a pretty big difference there. Just look at how beautiful some of these scenes are in the new footage, and these better graphics do not come at the cost of performance. In fact, it's the opposite. UE5 allows for larger world environments rendering at once, helping Intrepid realize their fundamental goal of creating a sprawling environment that does not require dual 3090s, 6 consoles, and a turbocharged toaster oven PC to experience a decent frame rate. On the smaller, well, relatively smaller scale, UE5's nanite technology is a massive game changer. You can see the difference between the footage we were shown a few months back. UE4 was able to render 1,000 static entities at 20 FPS. When now in Unreal 5, 1,300 entities are rendering at between 20 and 30 FPS with particle effects, with animations, and in a world environment as opposed to a grayscale test zone. This is huge news for the large-scale PvP mechanics such as 250 versus 250 castle sieges, along with the fact that this makes Steven's previously high-in-the-sky goal of 500 versus 500 player sieges a much more possible reality. Once fully moved to Unreal 5, there are also a number of features UE5 offers that significantly speed up the development pipeline, such as the ability for multiple designers to work on the same project simultaneously. Now, the question you are probably asking is how much work will moving over to an entirely new engine take? Will this push back the release schedule for the game? Thankfully, Intrepid started the move back in October, and a lot of the legwork is already done according to Steven, but there is still a lot of work needed to implement Nanite and UE5's lighting system Lumen within the game's world. Moving to UE5 will likely mean a delay for the upcoming Alpha 2. But in the long run, we'll put Ashes on the path to reach launch faster with a better performing and more graphically impressive game that will keep up with industry standards far longer than it would have if they simply stuck to UE4. Yes, the Orcs are here, or the Kai-Vek as they are called in Ashes of Creation. The first Orc race, the Ren-Kai, in all of its fully 3D modeled glory looks awesome. Exactly as beefy of boys as I would hope they would be. This nose is a little bit scrunchy, but with how extensive the character creator will be, I'm sure there will be many options. And I'm sure someone out there will want to cosplay the Grinch who stole the loot from the little children of the Whoville node. Since I first started following Ashes of Creation's development more than a year ago, the second Orc race, the Vek, instantly captivated me with their lore and aesthetic. Back then, all I had to go off was one single concept image. Now, we finally have much, much more. In January of this year, we were shown these new concept faces for the Vek, and I could not be more happy with their Mesoamerican influenced tribal aesthetic with almost alien-looking features. Especially this guy. He looks like that one shaman in the village with his own special strain called Interplanetary Mind Melt Hellfire Express, and judging from his appearance, I think he partakes in his own supply.
Somebody said burn it.
That's
so terrible. No, he's not scary. Look at his pig. He's got puppy eyes.
I love it.
He's got puppy eyes.
I love
puppy eyes.
I love
puppy eyes.
I love it. Aww.
He's just looking for a friend.
He just wants to kiss you.
Yeah.
With his
Look at
tusks.
with his little teeth, little tusk teeth.
The Dunir have also had a major rework since Alpha 1, and thank God, because they finally look exactly like a traditional fantasy dwarf should, ridiculously sturdy and stout. What warriors the Dunir look like now compared to, The Nakua, on the other hand, look much the same as the Dunir did in Alpha 1. Filling that more halfling-esque race role, I think these new models fit that niche very well. The second Pyrian elf race, the Pirae, were the only race other than the Tolnar that had also not been shown off until just a few weeks ago. Before now, I thought the Pirae were going to be your standard stereotypical wood elf, as the only concept image we had for them was this one from back in 2018. I could not have been more wrong. This beautiful first image of a female Pirae along with an accompanying grayscale model has blown my expectations out of the water. The antlers are so unique, and Steven let us know this is not an optional feature. Antlers are baked into the Pirae's lore and backstory. On top of that, the same feature we have been shown previously on the timeless terrapin, where based on the time of day, season, and climate, its features would change, will be present according to Steven on the Pirae's antlers. Steven specifically talked about flowers budding from them, and I would imagine they may also change color or even shed and grow back like antlers do in real life. Like I said before, as a fan of unique looking races in games, the Pirae have easily gained my number 2 spot after the stargazing Vec, of course. God, she is... what was I talking about? Right, I was just telling you to like this video and subscribe if you are interested in the most exciting MMORPG in development, Ashes of Creation. I will be making regular content on this channel starting now, and it will not just be one lazy video per month stealing content from the development streams.
I'll believe it when I see it.